Hi everyone, in this video we will see how to send TCP messages using LoadRunner. So first I am creating a simple WebSocket protocol script in LoadRunner. Yeah, once I'm creating a script, you should have the server details. So for time being, I have created a simple TCP server using Java. So the server runs on double line port. Okay, so now the server is, I'm starting the server again. Yeah, now server has started and listening on port double line. So now after creating the script, so these are the syntax that we need to use to send a message to a server. So first, and in the first line, which is line 4, which shows the socket creation. So we are establishing connection with server on port double line. If we have the running the server on different IP, so we need to mention the IP here. Instead of localhost, we need to mention the server name or host name or IP address. So this is a parameter which holds the connection details. So we'll be using the same socket throughout our scripting. So which will use a socket object and which will read the data or which will send the data. Okay. So and the one more point here to be noted is you cannot send the data directly. So in the LoadRunner TCP AP protocol, you will have another file called data.ws WebSocket, which is placed in extra file. So in this extra file, so this is a syntax. Please don't remove the WSR data to one and -1. So and here uh, we we going to map the uh, variables used in a socket to to our script. So if you see that I'm using the lr send command, which used to send the data to server. So I'm using the pointer here, which will be read from data.ws file. So, and this is a pointer name which I'm using here, and this is the length of my string which I'm sending here. Okay, so when you're sending a TCP IP message, use hyphen or hyphen sorry backslash r and backslash n to complete your command. So here and add the string which includes two characters as well. Once that is done, now here after creating a socket, we are setting the receive option. So how we want to receive what options, so whether string or it's binary format, so that we will be specifying here. So I'm using the default options here currently, and here first after connecting to the server, I'm sending the data. So I'm sending the data as a welcome. Okay, so welcomes and will be and here we are reading the data from the server, which is length of 14 characters. Okay, so and that will be saved in the buffer 5, which is placed here. So buffer 5 and the length. So if you don't have the value or character which is going to receive, so no need to mention the data here. So in the bottom we don't have any data. For send we have the data. So if you don't want to send the dynamic content, so if you want to send the dynamic content, still we can do it. Just mention the string size and don't mention the value here, and pass the parameter do lr eval here, lr eval string, and get the value from the parameter and send it from here. Use the buffer 7 as a pointer, so it will write the data. So it will write the data to server. So we need to write the data to buffer 7 before sending to the server. So first we need to read the parameter file and read the value from the parameter file, or I mean like getting the parameter value. After getting the value, you need to write that parameter value to the buffer 7, and then you need to use this send command. So if you're not writing the data to buffer 7 and you're still writing pointing, if you want to send the data, you may not send a valid data to server. So it may be send null or empty space or something. So because which don't have valid data without assigning. And once that is done, here I am receiving the size of 14 characters, and this is a message it has to receive on the load runner, high load runner. And once that is done, so we are closing the connection, and printing the received buffer. So here it will receive the data from the server and saved in the buffer file, and from the buffer file we are reading the data. So when you mention that socket 0, this is the object where throughout we'll be using the same object. So which uses this object as a reference to use the connection details and send or receive the data. So now run this. Let's run this. I'm running this. So if you see this zone server is started. Now, yeah, it was executed. Now this is a message which was received high buffer from the load runner. And if you go to the server here, it will mention. So new client connected and welcomes. Welcomes is a message which came from the server. In this code, we don't have any output which says welcome. So the message is came from load runner from the data WS file what we use welcomes. Okay, yeah. So just we'll change another data here. Well 3 comes. So we'll run it again. You should see the same message. I mean, the message should be updated here. So yeah. Now we got the latest data which we updated in from the data file. Okay, so I hope this will help you in TCP/IP protocol. Thank you for listening.